is the force on the show. And I take that energy into pretty much every character I play because I really do like playing strong characters who find their vulnerability because that's just so me. And it's my mother and it's my grandmother, you know, like women who have always had to be strong, be tough, but know that they're actually these soft, tender women who never are given the opportunity to be soft. And so when they have that moment, I always find it so powerful when they let the armor off, like take the armor off and let their guard down, and they're able to exist as a human being, like fully as a human being, is where I root all of my characters. And so they all become treats. And it's an intention that I actually have when I'm on set, we getting deep now, is I always believe that I'm actually placed in areas where my energy is needed and where that grounding energy is needed. And so I just come from that place. And so death is every bit a part of the moms that I play as much as the teachers and the lawyers that I play or the evil scientists that I play. Because they're all very rooted and grounded who have to find their vulnerability. Does that make sense? Did I answer it? Yeah. Right on. Good question. Thank you.
Hi. My question is, what are some physical acting choices you made when you were playing Billy as the Reaper versus Billy as Death?
Ooh, yeah. Do we have actors in here? We have actors in here? You're like, not a one, but we're very interested. We're very interested. Yeah, so one of the things, the happy accidents actually, so one of the things with, like even just the look of Billy, so I was working at the Shaw Festival, which is a theater in Niagara-on-the-Lake in Canada, and I was doing the episode where I'm in my library, and I forgot my wig. I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, looking to see where I could find Billy's wig. I was like, shit. Fuck. And this is why you don't leave things in actors' hands. And I was like, I'll bring it every time, don't worry. I forgot it. But I found an older one that was not in as good condition. And so when I got to set, I was like, I fucked up. I forgot Billy's hair in Toronto, and I didn't have time to go back, so I could only bring what I had with me, and I was going to toss it anyways, and they're like, we'll put it in a bucket. And I was like, ooh! I like it. Death is already different now. She's different than Billy. And it was kind of like, I didn't really mean to do it. It was like I fucked up, and so now all of a sudden I was like, look at me making these wonderful acting choices. Yep. But we put her hair up, and all of a sudden, she moved slower. She walked taller, and she had way more confidence because she had the knowing that she was fine. You know what I mean? Until she gets that book with all the blacked out pages. But until then, she knows that it's just a matter of time before I get the boys. And so there's a confidence that she walks with that Billy didn't. Billy was very much, let's see if I can act it out. Okay. Now we'll do that. Good question.
Hi, my name is Tracy.
Hi, Tracy.
You were fantastic as Billy. My question is, the original Death kept saying he was older than God, so he was so powerful, he was going to read God. When you became Death, do you think that your death was just as powerful?
Was my death just as powerful as the other?
Or is your character's death just as powerful as the original Death power?
I think even more. You know why? Because it's kind of like life, right? Like as you grow, you gain, you add to your bag of tricks. And so me, as Billy, gained so much that I not only come with what I got, I now have all of that. It's like getting a degree. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden you're like, it's like that moment in The Matrix when Neo like I need to know how to fly a plane, download me. You know what I mean? Like it's that moment where you're just constantly getting downloads of information that you can't help but evolve at a rate that is inhuman to imagine. And that's what I feel Billy's journey was always like. She was like constantly getting information, constantly receiving data, constantly negotiating life. You know what I mean? And really trying to keep that balance. And so I think every incarnation of death is better than the last because they get all of what they had and all of what they're already coming with, and then more, right? So that's why I think, you know, more. Yeah, stronger.
Thank you.
Great question. Hey!
So, with Julian's version of death, it almost felt like the boys were in this sort of chess match back and forth. With your version of death, in the end, other than dying, is there anything you think the boys could have done that would have made you, death, come to the table and negotiate?
Look at you. Look at you. No, too many chances. No, absolutely not. No. There would have been nothing. Because that it has been their racket, right? They're just like, hold on a second, let me just like, no more deals. We're done. No more deals. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that they could have brought to the table that would have made death go, oh, okay. I think there's too much repayment. Too much repayment that has to. What do y'all think? First off, I feel like we need to do a death panel. Is anybody else doing that? I know me and Julia are going to be lunch together. I know we are. I'm excited.
Good.
I love it. Good question.
Hi.
You mentioned earlier that trees kind of symbolize rebirth to you. So I was wondering if you could be reincarnated, what would you be reincarnated as?
Tree of life. You know, the tree that gives and doesn't need to take, it can sustain itself for long stretches of time. Its drugs don't scare them. It's kind of the person that I want to be. You know what I mean? And it's like anytime I see somebody wearing the tree of life, I'm just like, you're my people. You're my people. You get it. You get it. Yeah. Good question. Hi.
I was wondering if you thought that you should have been the only death in the series and what that would have changed the show or not.
Oh no, I actually really love what they did. I love that there's a reincarnation of death, that every time death gets killed, ironically, that a reaper now becomes. So I love that you have this origin story of how every death has come to be death. I think that's so fun. Do you like that? Did you guys like that? I mean, as a fan of the show myself, I was like, ooh, that's cool. That's super cool. And I didn't know it was going to happen at all. Like, if memory serves me, I think it was him who was like, girl, whoa. And I was like, what? She was the one who spilled the beans. I had no idea. She's like, just let, nothing. Just let your people tell you. They're going to call the news of something that I did not tell you about in this text message. Just erase it. And so I was like, get the fuck out of here! And then I was like, drop your voice, you're gonna be deaf. Great question, thank you.
Hi, so I know there's talk of the 16th season coming out for Supernatural. Do you think you're gonna be in it? And if so, what do you think you're gonna do?
Oh, fuck. I never assume I'm gonna be in it. I play every scene like, bye, every time, every single time. The fact that I've done 15 episodes is already a little like mind-blowing to me because I didn't even think I would be on the show. And so when they said, it's just one episode, it's one scene with Jared, would you do it? And I was like, yeah. Who says no? Who says no? And then when they were like, yeah, you're coming back, I was like, oh, cool. Again, I just assumed it was the last time you were ever going to see my black face on your screen. And then next thing you know, it's like, here, we just need you to fly it again. I was like, what is happening? Like the show feels a little bit like the Twilight Zone for me, because I'm just like, really? You want me back? Huh. Okay. All right. I mean, I'm not going to say no, but I never assume that I'm going to be back. But if I could come back, you better fucking believe I'm pissed as fuck in the end. You better believe I am. And it's like, and I don't even know what kind of hybrid I'd be because there's a new death. And I'm like, bitch, move out of the way. I got fucking this. I might be the major threat of the season. You know what I mean? Just this pissed entity coming for him. One last time. Great question.
Thank you so much.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Alice.
Hi,
So Amazon pulls up in your driveway with a dump truck full of money and says you can make any story you want in whatever format you want. What do you make?
Okay, that's a loaded question because I actually have a lot of stuff that I'm making and cooking up right now. So I'm just like, how much money are we talking? Which budget do I, you know what I mean? And like, do I have like Marvel money? Okay. So there's a show that I wrote with a friend of mine, and it's a comedy superhero show. It's a little darker, not quite like The Boys. But it's a world where superheroes are everywhere. Like everyone's a superhero. It ain't special to be a superhero. So the superheroes of the past are actually the ones who are like in, therapy and in the circles being like, I used to be a big deal and now I'm not. And so the character is Sonic. And she is the character who can save the world, but can she save herself? And it's one of those stories where you have to find your inner superhero again amidst everybody being a superhero, which I feel is kind of akin to being in a world where everybody's famous, everybody's got a platform, everybody's an influencer. But it's like, how do you get to feel special in a world where everyone is special? And it's a really cool journey, so I'd probably do that. Do you like that story with a dog? Copyrighted. I love it. Great question. And put that out into the universe for me. I have no problem with Amazon-sized truck fucking coming with buckets of cash. Hi.
Hi, Lisa. First, I want to thank you for bringing and for all your inspiration.
Aw,
It has made a huge difference.
thank you. I appreciate that.
My question is, if they did ask you, other than your superhero story, to do The Boys, would you do it, and who would you play?
Yeah, oh my God, who wouldn't want to be on The Boys? I'd want to be, but I guess that when you're on The Boys, you kind of have to ask yourself, do you want to be a good superhero or a bad superhero? They're all bad. Except for Starlight, she's good. She's like holding on to that good force.